What's the crack, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Cards everywhere here. Today we're just going to be grinding out a few games in rank 2 using the War and Espionage deck I showcased earlier in the week. There is one small change I made. I put in the chainmail for a bit more synergy in the deck. It does make the energy a bit more dodgy, but with a bit of luck it is not a problem. So we have a slight bit more power in the deck now. So we'll just jump into a few games here. We'll try and get at least 3 done here in this session. And then I might get another 2 done later on today. We'll see how it goes. So here's the first one, and we're against a real opponent. Let's hope we can get the win. So we'll give a hello. So we'll go for the Enigma Machine, Library, and Super Glue straight away for a 374. So it looks like we're starting out much stronger than the opponent. Hopefully we can get some energy reduction cards around soon. Unfortunately not. We are missing out on a little bit of power from the octopus, but I think it'll be okay. We'll rotate it around, so we'll draw it when we need to next time. And next time they come around, they'll be a little bit cheaper as well. And Fritz will make our espionage cards a bit cheaper. So there's our Flapjack Octopus. So we go Colossal Squid and the Flapjack Octopus for a 193. I believe that's enough to stay in the lead. Oh, unfortunately not. Just a little bit behind. But again, that's okay. The opponent does seem to be struggling on the energy a little bit. So perhaps we can take advantage of that. So we got our Reef Squid around, so our energy should be sorted now for the rest of the game. Looks like the opponent made a big mistake playing the Jet Car in the left slot. He missed out on quite a bit of power there. But that's better for us. We'll take full advantage of that. There's James Armstead. We go Statue of Liberty and the Eternal Combustion Engine. So the opponent got some energy back there with Ghost, but we reduced it a little bit and make him struggle for the turn. And then I think we'll play Man of War just to steal a bit more from the opponent. So we go Enigma, Portuguese, and we play the Chainmail. Luckily our deck is not affected too much by the Power of Zero or the other cards that hit the high power cards in our deck. So there's round 2 in the bag for us. So I'm just going to line up the super glue so it gets the boost next time that comes around. And we'll play a GPS now to get the maximum effect out of it. So the opponent has the Heimdall going from this round, but we have our own Jet Car here in the wings if we need it. But I think we have some cephalopods coming around now, so that should be enough power to win this round. And they're there. So we get them out, and we play Fritz for a 492. So we didn't win the turn, but we're not far behind, and the opponent used the Flying Dutchman. So I think we'll be okay in that regard. And we'll play all of our cephalopods for a 497. I believe that's enough. Oh, just short again. But our cards are getting stronger and stronger as they rotate around. So I still think we have plenty of opportunity to win this game. So we get our two strongest cards around, and we'll play the statue for the boost to everything. And hopefully that will put a stint in his energy for this turn. And might even mess up his rotation. So we'll go Enigma, Library, and the internal combustion engine. Or probably is the most optimal play. And then we'll try and get some weaker cards around this turn. That being the Chainmail, Superglue, and the Portuguese. For a 306. And then we have some powerful Espionage cards coming around here for the final round of the game. I don't know why the opponent only chose to play 2 cards that turn. Maybe he's got some very good stuff in the deck. But I'm just going to play the biggest hands that I can here in this round. Unfortunately, we got hit hard by Shinigami there. But we have our own Jack card for the final turn. The opponent probably isn't expecting that since we didn't show it earlier in the game. So there's another 570 turn. So this will be the decider of the turn. We'll say thank you to the opponent. It is a very interesting deck that he is playing as well. So the opponent has the Door to Hell and maybe the Jack card as well going from. So I'm not sure if we can win, but we'll try our best. Let's see what he's going to pull off. He should have his Jack card. Oh, for some reason he quit. I don't know why. But a win is a win, so I will take that. And we'll just jump straight into another game here. That was a very good match. I am curious why the opponent quit. I'm sure if he had Jack card in his hand, he would have been able to win that turn. But maybe he didn't rotate his cards enough by playing the 2 cards on that turn. I guess we will never know. So if we get another real opponent. So what decks are you guys playing this week? Have you tried out this deck yet? If so, let me know how it's working for you in the comments. I'm certainly interested to see if anyone else has used this. Alright, here we go into the second game. I believe this is a bot, so it should be a nice quick win. So we'll go for 5 Eyes, the Colossal Squid, and the Portuguese Man of War. So we start out in the lead. And we steal a little bit of energy, which might come in handy now. So I will play all of our combustion cards, and they shall be lined up perfectly for round 3. Or all of our Innovations of War cards. And then we'll get the Reef Squid around next turn for the energy for the rest of the game. So we go Cambridge, Enigma and Reef Squid. We may lose the turn, but we are set up for later in the game, so that's okay with me. Oh, we were able to pull through. So hopefully now we can get some quick wins. So straight here into round 2. And there is the boosting cards I was looking for. So we get the Octopus around with Flapjack and James Armstead. Or I'll play the Statue of Liberty. Yeah, I'll play the Statue of Liberty for the boost for the rest of the deck. The energy is not an issue for the opponent, so James Armstead is not as useful as it is against other decks. So we get the Pacific Octopus around with Fritz, or I guess we'll go for these 4 just to make sure we win the turn. And then we might be able to get Octopus out of our hand next turn. And that will make all of our cards cheaper, well, all of our Innovation War cards cheaper next time they come around as well. So go 5 Eyes, Colossal Squid. I guess I'll play the 5 Eyes and Giant Pacific. I think it was still enough to win the turn. There we go. So round 2 in the bag. And round 3 should not be an issue, as we will be getting our Innovations of War card this round. There is the Super Glue. So I am going to try to maximize our Innovations of War when the chainmail comes around. And since we are losing the turn, we do get a bit of the benefit from GPS. It's not the full effect, but it's still quite good. So go GPS, internal combustion, and I suppose super glue for a 5/5/4. That puts us back into the lead. I'm still not sure if we'll be able to win the turn, but we'll try our best. So 170, and so 430 is the best we can do with this hand. And it is enough to get the win. So there we have it, two games in the bag already, and we'll go for one more, hopefully against a real opponent, but I'll also take another bot for an easy win. So we'll just jump straight in. I have to say, I've been enjoying playing this deck. It's a little more interesting than the meta decks running around at the moment. It's still a Statue of Liberty deck, but still different enough for me. So I'm quite happy with it. So here we go, we got another real opponent. Judging by the sleeve, it might be a history deck, and it looks like it is. So I'm going to play James Armstead in the first turn here, just to reduce the energy of the opponent. The history deck is quite expensive at the start, but gets very, very cheap later in the game. So we're going to want to win on the first 3 rounds here before he starts getting too out of hand. So no energy reduction cards from him yet. So we go with the Giant Pacific, Enigma, and the Internal Combustion for a 242. I don't think we need to go overboard on playing our powerful cards on this round anyway. So he still hasn't played any cost reduction cards. So I'm just going to play the 2 cards just to get the boosts from Statue of Liberty for the rest of the deck. And I feel safe enough doing so on this round anyway. So I think James Armstead really helped out that round. So we go Colossal Squid, Cambridge 5 and GPS for a 352 start. So he did get the Library of Alexandria out now, or the Lighthouse. So that will make his deck a lot cheaper. So hopefully we got the advantage enough there to keep the win going. So Chainmail, Superglue and Fritz. I think this round won't be a problem either. And then we'll have Jet Car for round 3. So we might be able to sneak the win in the first 3 rounds. Not sure what the opponent is up to here. Oh, he's trying to get some energy. I do not know why he would play the Sun. There is surely much better energy cards for the history deck. But I won't complain about an easy turn. With the history deck, you do want to keep rotating your cards around as quickly as possible. So let's see what he's going to go for here. So the Cleopatra will make his energy more manageable again, but we should have our the energy reduction card coming around for the opponent, so he still might be able to pull on the pressure. So since our cephalopods still have the boosts, I will play them this turn to maximize the damage. So a 474 start should be strong enough to get well ahead. And then we'll have Library and Jet Car next turn, or the final turn. We'll see what we draw. So the opponent has gone all out. So he was able to win the turn, so his Sphinx will be more powerful next time it comes around. But since we are losing our internal combustion engine coming around this turn, I believe, we can take the advantage out of that as well. So 369 plus the 5 eyes boost should be a 400 or so turn. Let's see if the opponent can match that. Close, but we were able to pull back ahead. He will probably be drawing his mythology cards. He only drew the one of them, so we don't need to worry about that. So we go with a 406 hand with the jet card boost, and it was enough to finish out the game. We got a little bit lucky there. If the opponent got his cards in better order, he would have been able to beat us. But that is the luck of the draw. So I think I'll leave it there, folks. I hope you enjoyed this little session, and stay tuned for more videos next week. I have been considering posting some non-CUE content on the weekends, so I might try that out this weekend. I'll see how I'm feeling. But other than that, we shall be back in order next week with some more Cards, Universe and Everything videos. So I will catch you then. Cards Everywhere, out.